Welcome to the Argument Clinic. I'm Coach.
I'm Navy.
On this show, basically, we just get into an argument. We do have one rule, though. We never, ever argue about anything that actually matters. That means no religion, no politics, and no sports.
Or scissors. You just can't argue about scissors. They have two very good points.
And they're opposing.
Yeah, let's run with that. So, today's argument was suggested to us by Robert Soto. We're going to say cheers to that, and I suppose let's get started, eh?
So what are we arguing about?
Well, alcohol, dummy.
No, I can't argue about him. I know him.
Alcohol?
Alcohol. Yeah, I can't argue about a guy I know. Why are we going to argue about alcohol? I mean, I realize it doesn't really matter, so I mean, it's fair game on the show, but it's
so good.
It's really not, though. It's bad.
How do you figure?
Well, I mean, first of all, if you wanted to get crazy on it, and I'm not necessarily trying to go the self-righteous, holier-than-thou kind of thing, but look at the deaths related to alcohol. Admittedly, mostly vehicular, but you can't say that something that has such an effect on killing people can be good.
I don't believe that the alcohol is fully to blame for that.
Just because it's not fully to blame doesn't mean it's not to blame.
It plays a role, but it's not fully to blame. Because, yes, alcohol impairs the judgment, sometimes for the better. Yeah.
To this episode.
There you go. See? Might help you to have a shot as well. Well, it does play a factor, yes. But still, those people made a conscious decision to drive. The blame is on them. How can you say that the alcohol is what caused it?
I'm not saying
they made the conscious decision.
I'm not defending drunk driving by saying it's all the alcohol.
We're not defending drunk driving. No. Don't do it.
Don't drink. I really have only had a couple sips.
I interrupt what you stood.
Don't drink and drive. I'm not saying we should blame the alcohol for it, but because of alcohol's role in it, those same people wouldn't drive the same without the alcohol. So the alcohol plays a part in the negative effect that happens, which means it can't necessarily be a good thing.
You know where we live, right? We're not telling you, but you know where we live.
Yeah, I'm fully aware.
Yeah. You know how bad people drive without alcohol?
Oh,
alcohol might make them better.
Yeah, there's probably a couple. That's a decent point. So I'm really not going to make this an argument about drunk driving.
No, we can't do that.
Because really,
drunk driving is an important issue. You do not do it. We cannot argue drunk driving.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to argue that it's okay to drink and drive because neither one of us believe that, and we're not going to make anyone else believe that. When you come right down to it, first of all, if we're drinking it out of death's head glasses, I really have only had a couple drinks. I mean, that's just a symbol for bad in and of itself. We're drinking it out of a skull.
Yes, but see, at this point in time, you could get drunk and quote Shakespeare. How is that bad?
Have you ever heard anybody drunk quote Shakespeare? Because it's never good.
Ow!
But my point, in addition to the death's head glass, really, 3 sips. That's all I've had, I promise. Man, yeah. By its very nature, alcohol is bad.
It's natural.
But how do you get it?
Well, you cook it, but,
You have to let whatever you're using, barley, corn, wheat, whatever you're using, you have to let it go bad in order to ferment to get the alcohol.
You know what? You do the same with cheese.
I never argued that cheese was good, did I?
Cheese is so good, but this isn't
But
about
it's still
cheese.
bad.
But it's still along the same path.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheese is good.
Cheese is bad.
Cheese is good.
Cheese is bad.
Cheese.
I just cut the cheese. You're not going to claim that's good.
So, anyway, but no, you'd be having a dull night, get some alcohol, it turns into fun. Have some buddies over, play beer pong, have a great time, maybe make her look better, or him.
Well, I mean, on that same tip though, you have a couple buddies over. One of them's not always necessarily the nicest or most honest guy, but after you've had enough drinks, he offers to drive everybody home.
Then it's your fault for still getting in the car with her.
He drives around, stops at every gas station, and asks for gas money.
No, I
have done this. So by the time you get home, you have no money because you paid for gas to get to the place that you left because your buddy took advantage of you. How is that good?
That's your own buddy's problem, and it has nothing to do with the alcohol.
But you wouldn't have gone on that ride and paid him all that gas money sober. Therefore, bad.
No, because it's still an impaired judgment, yes, but you still made the conscious decision. If he's your buddy and you had him at your party, then you know what he's like. No, you're not going to let him take you home.
But you did, because of this.
No, I did not. I crashed on the couch.
And you got charged rent.
No, I didn't.
You would in this house.
Friend you are. Anyway, so, yeah, we keep getting off track. Stop it. I blame the alcohol, but you're so good.
But then it's so bad because it's ruining this episode.
But it's not, because it might be making us more entertaining.
Seriously, I'm not sure there's any way we could be more entertaining. We don't need this to be... Oh,
See?
oh, sorry.
Don't look into his eyes. Say, let's go with military aspect. Go Navy. Huh. Shut up. So, alright. Somebody gets injured in the military. Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force, paper cuts, what have you. You know.
If any of this offends you, if you work for the Air Force, if you're part of the Coast Guard or anything that's not the Navy, and you have an issue with anything that was just said, remember, it was not me that said it.
My email is... Right?
There are people that can read lips.
Good thing I wasn't saying a thing.
Oh, cool.
So, anyway. Okay, so somebody gets injured. You need to disinfect the wound. You do use alcohol. Alcohol is good. You can use whiskey to clean alcohol. Or, yes, you can use whiskey to clean alcohol.
He's only had a couple of sips, too, I promise. I'd love to say that this is prop alcohol, but it's not.
No. Imagine if we were slamming these.
Yeah, we wouldn't have an episode.
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't drink enough to be able to handle this. That's a lot of scotch. I like scotch. I do. Scotchy, scotch. But that's a lot. I'm not really a heavy drinker. This would get me to pay the gas money.
There you go. And therefore it's good, because I'm driving. So what do you have in argument on the disinfectant? To clean wounds.
Well, let's see. If you use the wrong alcohol, if it's not the high enough alcohol content, you can actually infect the wound because of the extra stuff that's in the other parts of the alcohol. It's not pure rubbing alcohol or pure alcohol, which would completely disinfect the wound. Whiskey and rum and whatever else does disinfect, but only to a point. It's only useful as a field disinfectant, because once you get that person back to the hospital, what do? Disinfect the wound.
So
if the alcohol was really fully effective at disinfecting, the hospital wouldn't have to re-disinfect the wound.
They won't have to, but they still would, because they're a hospital and they don't necessarily know what you used anyway. It's hospitals.
I'm just saying, there's other things in the drink other than just alcohol. It's not pure alcohol. Therefore, there are other things in there that could actually encourage infection as opposed to...
Don't use flavored vodka then. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah. Where were we? Well, we were here.
Utah? Oh, wait, no, we have this. Probably not. Oh, sorry.
Death Skull.
I apologize to all the people of Utah. That was a horrible joke, and I'm not funny, and I apologize because I'm a horrible person.
So, okay, fine. Let's go another route then, if you don't want to infect the wounds.
I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying that you could. Therefore, it can't be all good.
Yeah, but since you have another argument and whatnot,
Yeah,
we'll go
another argument.
I know, and that's the point of this.
I've been married for 15 years. I'm better trained than you.
That's the problem, is in those 15 years you've won 2? And that's why you argue with me.
Yeah, because I win all the time.
Yeah, you've won 2.
No. Against my wife, I won 2. Against you, I win all the time.
That's not what our viewers say.
I mean, it's really like dropping a level in competition, playing to the level of your opponent. It's not exactly mind-challenging.
Why are you making this personal?
I'm not, it's you.
Oh, yes it is. Okay, still, let's go another route with this then, alright? Because I still think I've made good points. You're just arguing for the sake of arguing. So, that is the
whole
point
premise
of the show. No. So, okay, so let's stick with the military. Somebody gets injured, broken leg. Maybe they're not shot. They fell out of their chair because they're in the Air Force. So, they broke their leg. Say they're in immense pain. The Air Force will go to the hospital because they're there. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, you need painkillers. Maybe you can't find the Motrin 800.
On this argument, I'm going to agree with you completely. This is a fantastic pain reliever.
Yes, thank you. I think this is dulling us down.
But it might be, well, it's dulling you down.
Says the man who can't talk.
Fair enough.
Nah.
Anyway, to go another route, the way we always get back to these arguments, the reason why both of these arguments are solid, valid, good arguments, and we both win, is the fact that in certain situations, alcohol can be good. In certain situations, it's certainly bad. I noticed how, although I acquiesce to your point on, I can't say death's head glasses, but I can say acquiesce. Seriously? Because I did that, went to your point on it being a pain reliever, I noticed you completely didn't give me my point of the fact that you have to have something go bad to even get to this point.
But I did because I brought up cheese.
So basically you can argue the fact that alcohol is so bad, it's good.
However, you want to know how I completely win this argument?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah? Yeah? You really do? Alright. It's because it's alright in the eyes of the beer holder.
Beer's not alcohol.
Well, we're not arguing that, but it's still delicious.
There's not enough alcohol in beer for it to be alcohol. You bring up a good point with beer. I personally can't stand beer. And here's why. Most of the time, people, when you try beer, they tell you it's an acquired taste.
It is.
Which basically means the first time you try it, it tastes like crap.
Like cigarettes.
It tastes horrible.
Or crack.
Alcohol, anything you drink, shouldn't take a getting used to, period.
Scotch does.
Scotch is fantastic tasting. I liked it on the first taste. It's really good. And I know this is going to probably sound weird, but the mixed drinks you get at a bar that most people consider girly drinks,
I like them.
Taste fantastic.
But see,
even if you've never had alcohol.
I was in the Navy. What's your excuse?
But alcohol should taste good. If you talk to people, there's certain alcohols they like, certain they don't. And everybody's a little bit different. Like you didn't like scotch,
no.
I don't like beer. People drink what they think tastes good.
I know I'm not fooling anybody with this. But
we can't have the product be placed. So he's trying to cover up the label.
It's a cover-up. Since I'm Navy, that makes it a government cover-up.
Oh, conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can't talk about it anymore. That's politics.
It's true.
But beer.
Beer. Beer.
But beer.
Beer.